Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. My name is Majestic Fem, and I will be tapping into your collective energy. And we're just going to take a look and see what messages Spirit has for you today. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for all your continued love and support. If you haven't yet, do consider hitting the subscribe button because that actually serves as energetic consent for me to get a deeper tap into your specific energy. And that'll just help make these readings a little bit more resonant and personalized for you and your specific situation. Okay, so hit that subscribe button and join the Majestic fam. I would absolutely love to have you. Now, these messages are going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So, if you don't know what zodiac signs are in those placements, I do have a link in the description box where you can get a free birth chart reading done. And then that way you know which zodiac signs are significant to you in this lifetime. Okay. So go ahead and get that done. Just a disclaimer, you are going to need to know your exact time of birth, okay, to get the most accurate birth chart reading. So just have that information on you before you get the process started. All right. And now, cross watchers, you are welcome here as well. Just place yourself in the storyline where you best fit. But you guys always make sure you use your intuition to guide you to the messages that are here for you and bless somebody else with the rest. All right. So I've gone ahead and pulled your spirit message, spirit specific message, the message that they have for you today. Of course, the first card that I pulled from the astrology deck is Pisces. This is how I determined who was getting a reading today. So yours came out, and I think I'm actually going to read out of the book for you specifically, Pisces. But the message that came out is sixth house. So this is kind of what Spirit wants to focus this reading on. And the sixth house is all about sustainability. Um, it's all about your daily routine, your work habits. It's about creating like an ecosystem that's a little bit balanced. So balancing that work and life, your work and life aspects. Okay, getting balance in those areas as well as collaborating with other people. Um, that's kind of what your sixth house is about. I'm going to go ahead and read the the challenge or the action card for your sixth house, and then we'll move over to your Pisces card. By the way, somebody can be born May 8th. No, I'm sorry. Somebody can be born March 8th or March 6th. Those were two dates that were coming through in the premeditation, okay? So that may be significant for somebody. I know we're officially in Pisces season, by the way. So happy early birthday or happy belated birthday if I've already missed it, because today technically is the 24th or the 23rd. So happy early birthday, happy belated birthday, or happy birthday if your birthday is today, okay? But specifically March 6th and March 8th, especially if those are your birthdays, then there's a very significant message here for you as well. Now, I did want to mention that the sixth house card came out in the Cancer reading as well. So for some of you, there may be a significant message for you in the Cancer zodiac reading that I posted. It's probably been a few weeks since I did that reading, but you may want to go watch that. That may be significant for you as well. But the action card for your sixth house, it says work smarter, not harder. The opposite of a dysfunctional situation is a sustainable ecosystem. Make your life sustainable. Look at the time, resources, love, care, and sweat you put into your life and assess whether you are putting as much in as you get out and whether you're receiving as much as you put in. The input and output have to match. Maybe not every day, but certainly every week or month, or you cannot sustain the long haul. The challenge for this card, it says worry can give you the illusion that you're taking care of business, but it does not further your goals. You can create a beautiful and sustainable ecosystem out of your life as you pursue a delicious, healthy work-life balance. That was the message I was coming through very heavily for you, is that work-life balance, okay? So you're needing to assess your work environment, um, create a healthy work environment, And your attitude as well will make all the difference in how you collaborate with others. But it also says, watch where you put your mind. Nervousness can turn into chronic anxiety, which taxes the health. So make sure you're taking care of your health as well right now, Pisces, okay? That also is coming through for you. But specifically, I want to go ahead and read for you out of this Pisces. The number 3 or the number 12 can be significant, but it boils down to the number 3, okay? So the number 3 can be significant for a Pisces here. But for your card, it says the symbol for Pisces is two fish, usually swimming in opposite directions. Pisces rules the feet and resonates with wetlands, streams, and ponds, obviously, right? Because you're a water sign. Ruled by expansive Jupiter in traditional astrology and by intuitive Neptune in modern astrology, mutable water sign Pisces calls us to sense our dreams and intuitive perceptions for the trickles and streams of understanding. Pisces asks us to swim in the ambient pool of emotion and be moved to compassionate action. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields, through ponds and swamps, where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation and take them as tributaries to your river. This complex ecology has so much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. The situation you're facing is also subtle and complex, but that is its strength. This moment calls for finer perceptions, a more sensitive microphone. But be as aware of other people's feelings as you are your own, but know whose feelings are whose. Track carefully what you soak up from others and what is true to your own wellspring. Learn to honor a twin perception that we are both individual selves with our own work to do, and that our cells are embedded in the body of creation. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from the cell mind to our role in the body of the one. Now, the challenge for you, Pisces, it says Pisces permeability can leave you lost in a swamp, amorphous, wondering whether your sadness is your own or if it has been sponged up from your surroundings. Empathize with others, but don't try to carry everyone else's pain for them and double the burden. Now, the gift for this card, it says tune into a healthy ecosystem. That keeps coming up for your Pisces. Tune into a healthy ecosystem with Pisces sensitive perception. We are all cells in the body of the one. Healthy individuals contribute to the health of the whole. That is what is in the book for you guys. Clearly, there's a running theme here of sustainability. How are you working with others? Are you carrying on other people's loads? Are you making sure to use your intuition to guide you as to which emotions are yours or which emotions belong to others? Are you feeding yourself, Pisces? Are you taking care of self, or are you just kind of juggling everybody's stuff and neglecting your own? Are you allowing yourself to get depleted here? All right. Um, so let's just go ahead and tap into the tarot. I wasn't really getting any strong, specific messages for you in the pre shuffle. I do know that meditation is coming up for you. There's some healing that needs to do, some balancing of the chakras needs to happen for a Pisces here. Um, but yeah, just be mindful about who you're collaborating with, who is pushing their narrative or their emotions onto you. Just be mindful of also you doing the same. Are you pushing your agenda on other people, or are you being balanced? Are you accepting that there's different perspectives to be had in the situations that are bringing conflict in your life? Okay, but let's go ahead and tap into the tarot very quickly so we can get you guys some messages. Holy Spirit, please tap me into my Pisces collective and protect me as I channel. Let's see, what messages do you have for Pisces, Spirit? what messages do you have for Pisces? What message do you have for Pisces Spirit? Ooh, okay. They both wanted to come out. We're starting off with the Three of Swords, and it's coming out with the Six of Pentacles. And see, that's exactly what we're talking about here, right? Sorry, y'all. I have to adjust the mic, so hopefully you can still hear me fairly well. But let's go ahead and carry on. So, this Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, that's kind of conflicting energy. So, it's either like you've betrayed by people that you've been giving to. Um, Maybe for some of you, you've been feeling like, you want to give, 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 and maybe you're hoping that it'll bring you some good karma or it'll balance out whatever painful situations that you've experienced. But it's almost like, don't allow that to be an illusion. Don't allow the fact that, either you're giving to people and it's giving you some type of praise back, like people are, um, you know, praising you, or you feel like it's going to be a victory if you continue to give and give and give. But with the Three of Swords, that can talk about betrayal, talk about heartbreak. It could even be about a breakup. I don't know what it is that you're dealing with. Whatever the conflict is currently in your life, how are you giving into it? What role have you played in whatever this heartbreaking situation that you find yourself in? Like, how did you contribute to that? Have you been over giving? Because you know that things have to be balanced. That's what this sixth house is all about. It's about balance. It's about receiving other people's opinions, but then also being assertive about your own. What is causing this Three of Swords energy for Pisces? What is causing this Three of Swords energy? Temperance, balance. I'm telling you, there could be a Sagittarius involved for you as well. So maybe there's a situation that you've been kind of hoping would go a certain way, but it doesn't seem to be panning out that way. I'm trying to understand exactly what this is. This could have to do with like a new beginning. Maybe you were hoping that something would come back together. Um, it could be something to do with the Sagittarius, but maybe you've been juggling back and forth about how long you're willing to wait for a situation to come back together. Maybe you feel like you planted seeds in a certain situation and you were hoping that, you know, things would align and then there would be like a reconciliation or something. But it doesn't seem to be panning out that way. I don't know what exactly this is. How is Pisces energetically showing up right now? What is Pisces? Where is Pisces at? How is Pisces feeling about this situation? How is Pisces feeling about this situation? You might be like experiencing, some of you might be experiencing a breakup. You might be experiencing a breakup for some of you, and you may feel like you had given a lot in that situation and you were hoping to get the return on your investment. I don't know why that's coming through like that. Maybe because it's Pentacles that's out here. Um, but it's like there's something that needs to be balanced out in order for this to come together, or in order for you to see this return on your investment. Okay, so tell us what exactly needs to be balanced out here. Interesting. I've got the Four of Pentacles. It is coming out in the challenging position, and if I turn it clockwise, it's in the reverse. So I'm being called to take it in the reverse. Yeah, and see, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you've been giving too much in a situation, and maybe you were hoping that it would bring about a certain outcome, but it's like you're needing, first of all, some of you need to be slowing down if you've been spending a lot of money on unnecessary things or pouring your money into people just to get, you know, I don't know why this is coming up like this, Pisces, but be very mindful about how you're spending your finances. just because you're in a position where you can doesn't mean you should. Okay, so even if it's a matter of you wanting to be generous and hoping that you'll get the good karma out of it, or you're hoping that either your community is going to love you, people are going to love you because you're pouring all this money and gifts into their lives. Like, that is not sustainable long term, and you may very well find yourself in a predicament if you continue down that road. I feel like with temperance being here, you're being guided to slow down, you're being guided to reevaluate what your value system is. Okay, it's like you can surround yourself with all the money in the world, you can attain all the money in the world, but it's not going to fill that void that you're looking to fill, and it's not going to get you the right attention. And if you're not careful, it can lead you to feeling resentful. You can't manipulate a certain outcome by sprinkling money all over it. Okay, in fact, it's like that kind of mindset is only going to attract the type of people who will use you for that. Like, if you put yourself out there as somebody who um, all you gotta do is stroke Pisces ego, and they'll pour money on you, all over you. They'll buy you gifts. They'll pay your bills. They'll show up for you in ways no one else will. All you have to do is stroke their ego. Be very, very careful about that, because long term, you're going to end up with the short end of the stick every time, because you feel like you'll bump into somebody who will not give you what you thought you're going to get out of it, and then you're going to end up feeling resentful. So there's like a shift in perspective that's needing to happen here for you, Pisces. Or this could be you, or this could be somebody that you're connecting with. So please only take it how it resonates, okay? But it's definitely time for you to balance something out here, especially when it comes to your finances. Balance how you're spending your money. Balance what you're putting your value in, okay? What other messages do you have for Pisces? What other messages do you have for Pisces? What other messages do you have for Pisces? Okay. We've got the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse. So maybe there's like an illusion that's breaking here, or you're breaking past a certain illusion. Yeah, because see, I've got the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you're definitely moving away from something here. You're breaking past some type of an illusion. Maybe it's with people who pursue you for the wrong reasons. It's like they're not looking to emotionally invest in you, they just want to use you for what they have to gain from you. Maybe you're starting to realize who these people are that are doing that. The people in your life that are using you for your resources. But then again, there's still something here about you being mindful before you run out of options. Be mindful about how you're spending your money, how you're using your resources. Be very, very careful about that, because I'm hearing what goes up must come down. Like, just be very careful. Just because you're on the up and up, or just because you found yourself in an elevated position, just be careful about how you, I don't know, there's something about saving for a rainy day. So again, it's coming through very strongly. Just because you have it doesn't mean you should spend it. Because if things were to switch, if there was something, God forbid, knock on wood, if there's something that'll knock you down, or if there's somebody who ends up using you and bleeds you dry, and you run out of options, then what are you going to do? So be careful about, before you're needing to start over and you end up on a fool's journey. Be very mindful about how you're using your resources, okay? I feel like spirit is really like stressing. There's a need for you to tap into your intuition. I mean, the Pisces, a water sign, is very intuitive. So it's like, don't ignore red flags with certain people. Are they only showing up when they need something? Are people only spending time with you when you're happy and you're ready to throw some dollars, you're ready to go buy drinks? Like, Are you the person that they call, when they're in a bind, and then, when they're doing fine, or when you're not doing fine, nobody's these same people who've been all up in your energy, all up in your face, they're nowhere to be found when you're down and out. Because see, that's what this is telling me with the three of swords. Like when you are in a heartbreaking situation, when you're going through something, these people that you've been giving to, they're nowhere to be found. Where are they? It's like you can only rely on yourself, or you can rely on your guides, rely on your faith to heal yourself. Where are these people at? These same people who've been, looking to get out of you, get whatever they can out of you, where are they now? So be careful about who you're surrounding yourself with, okay? Why is the Seven of Cups here? Or tell us more, Spirit. What else does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to be aware of in their surroundings? What does Pisces need to be aware of when it comes to their surroundings? Okay. So now we've got the Six of Wands. Six of Swords is still at the bottom of the deck, even after all that shuffling. Why is the Six of Wands here? Why is the Six of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the Six of Wands here for Pisces? Okay, thank you. The Hanged One in reverse. So I don't know if this is somebody specific in your life that you are refusing to sacrifice here. Um, yeah, I've got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What's behind that? With the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, with the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Ooh, Lord, like, what is this? I don't know if this is a particular person that you are seeking a victory with and you're like refusing to, I don't know. Because the hanged one in reverse, this talks about, it's like you're needing to see something from a different perspective, but it's like you're fighting it. You're resisting information that, I mean, like, because see, look at these conflicting energies. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse, which means an illusion is broken, right? You've seen the truth about something, but you're still trying to get victory out of it, even though it's like you're resisting seeing something. I don't know what you're resisting. I don't know if it's the character of somebody that you're resisting or you're refusing to see, or maybe like you're refusing to see why a certain situation has been delayed, because the Hanged One in reverse can also talk about something being blocked, or something being delayed, especially if this is a relationship. It's like this relationship is at a stalemate right now. There's definitely a decision you're needing to make about somebody. It could be the Sagittarius, or it could be an Aries, again, or my goodness. This is like, I just feel like a sense of confusion. So it's like I said in the beginning, you're either hoping that there's a certain outcome, there's a certain victory that you feel you can get out of a situation by either financially giving into a situation, like you're hoping that you can sway somebody's viewpoint, or you can sway somebody's perspective by pouring gifts or pouring money into it or investing in it. But it's like you're needing to see a different perspective. You're needing to admit something to yourself here. Maybe this is a situation where somebody cannot be swayed. Maybe you're needing to release control, because with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles in the upright, that talks about control, needing to be in control, or needing to, or being possessive or rigid even. With it in the reverse, it's like you're needing to release control of a situation. There's something that needs to evolve here, and the only way to get victory out of it is to either make certain sacrifices that you're not wanting to make right now, or it could be that this Sagittarius is not wanting to make a certain sacrifice. I don't know, child. You just gonna have to take this as it resonates, okay? But somebody's definitely wanting to come out of the cold, or somebody's wanting to gain clarity around the situation. I don't know. I don't know. What is the hanged one? What is it that needs, what is the perception that needs to shift here? What is the perception that needs to shift here for Pisces and whoever they're dealing with? What is the perception that needs to shift? Ooh, okay. Did y'all see that? Wow, yeah. So these are the cards that came out, y'all. Judgment, the Five of Swords, and I can't show you the card, but it's the Star card, okay? And that's what it is. There's a reconciliation that you want to happen, but there's also a power struggle here. There's some type of a power struggle between the two of you. And it's like you both have different ideas of what victory looks like for the both of you, like out of this connection. I feel like the both of you, either you Pisces or whoever it is that you're dealing with, one or both of you, or it's most likely both of you here, that are either going through some type of an awakening. It's like you both have hopes of this situation coming back together, but there's something about a power struggle that needs to heal. There's a conflict that needs to be solved. And it's like you're both heartbroken over this situation. So if this is a situation where there is like a separation of some sort, then you're both hoping for a reconciliation, but that's not going to happen until you are able to both see each other's perspective. I feel like you are at odds because you have different ideas of what victory looks like in a connection. Maybe both of you feel like you need to have some type of control, and it's like you need to surrender the need to control. It's all about sustainability. How are you going to balance the situation out? It takes patience. It takes alchemy. Like, how are you going to alchemize? And let's just ask. Yeah, see, you're both being very defensive. I've got the Seven of Wands and the Devil. There's a mental shift that needs to happen in order for you. Wow. So definitely heavy fire. You're definitely dealing with the fire sign, but in order for this new beginning to happen, this new beginning in love, you're going to have to shift your perspective. You're both very defensive right now. You both think you're right. You're both very defensive. You're both standing your ground, and I feel like you've been going about this all wrong. I mean, Pisces, I love you to death, Pisces, but Piscean energy is all about daydreaming. It's like you build this whole entire vision in your mind, but you're not really thinking about the sustainability. Is that vision that you have for this connection sustainable? Have you taken into consideration the other person's point of view? That's what's causing this power struggle here, y'all, okay? How can Pisces, what does Pisces need to do to balance this situation out? What does Pisces need to do to balance this situation out? Oh, see, we've got the Six of Cups. It is also in the challenging position. So, I mean, there needs to be a little bit of playfulness in this. I feel like maybe the both of you have been too serious. Communication also needs to happen. You're needing to communicate what it is that you need. But that rigidity still is coming up. Like, how are you hell bent on doing things a certain way? How can you bring playfulness into this situation? How can you, because reconciliation, this Six of Cups is also about reconciliation. Like, how can you bring passion back into this? How can you bring playfulness back into this? How can you tap into that childlike energy where it's like, for some of you, maybe, I don't know, this may be a very specific message, so only take it if it resonates. But for some of you, you may have had to grow up too quickly. Like, you may not have been able to enjoy your childhood. And maybe that's why you feel so this need to control. You need to control how things go, the outcome of certain things, and you're not realizing how you're kind of roughshotting over somebody else and their needs and their desires because you feel like, for a very long time, you've had to take care of other people. You could have been raised by a single parent here as well, that is coming through for someone. But it's like you may have had to grow up too quickly and you don't really know, you don't have this sense of wonder, like, looking at the world, looking at life through a child's eyes. A child is not worried about, well, again, saving for a rainy day. A child is not worried about doing that. A child is not worried about what could go wrong. A child just kind of lives. They see things as through the eyes of wonder. Like, what can I make out of the situation? What can this evolve into? It's kind of like either one or both of you have just this set idea. This is how this needs to go, and you can't deviate from that. There's no room for growth here. There's no room for change. And it's like change is trying to happen here. It's going to happen one way or another. We're not always going to be the same. You are going to change, Pisces. The person that you're dealing with is going to change. How are you creating an environment where people where the cycle the wheel can turn with peace? It's like you keep trying to keep this wheel from you keep trying to control this wheel, but the wheel is always going to turn, and you need to allow for that to happen. So this is about surrender. Surrender the need for control. That's the only way that this reconciliation can happen. That's the only way where you can get your wishes granted. Just to be fair, because I'm not trying to like, dig on you completely, Pisces. It takes two to tango, right? So, Spirit, what changes can the person that Pisces is dealing with, what changes can they make? Or what changes do they need to make in order for this to be a more cohesive connection? What changes does that the other person need to make? Okay, so we've got the moon, which is very interesting. There's subconscious changes that need to happen for this person, or they're needing to deal with. Hmm. I'm gonna need a little bit more information before I say what I need to say. Why is the moon here? Why is the moon here, Spirit? For what needs to be balanced out for the person dealing with Pisces? Clarify the moon, please. All right. Three of Cups. And I had the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck earlier. So this person could subconsciously be, wow, with the Justice at the bottom of the deck. There's something really, really deeply embedded in whoever this person is. It could have to do with a third party. Um, Maybe they feel like they didn't get justice out of a certain other situation, and maybe they've been projecting onto this connection with you. Maybe they've been put in a third party situation by somebody else, and there's like this deep fear that it's going to happen with you as well. There's a little bit of trust issue here. I don't know. I mean, this is about you, Pisces, but your person is dealing with some very deep seated feelings. I mean, I do feel like this person does want to reconcile with you as well, but with it being in the Three of Cups, I don't know. Okay. Um, Tell us more about this Three of Cups for this person. Tell us more about the Three of Cups for this person. Tell us about the Three of Cups, please. The Strength. We definitely could be dealing with the Leo. It's definitely a fire sign. There's a lot of fire out here. But you could also be dealing with the Cancer with the moon being out here. Or they could be heavily affected by Cancer or Leo. So it could be heavily aspected in their chart. There could also be a mother wounding for this person. Or it could be for the both of you. Maybe there's a mother wounding that's being mirrored here. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like this is somebody who's grieving something outside of your connection. There's like a fear based or an ego based fear here, and it may have to do with a third party. So maybe their trust issues are stemming from something else. They may be projecting their insecurities onto the connection with you, Pisces. I don't know. You're just gonna have to take that as it resonates. Wow. See, bottom of the deck, we're starting off with reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. There's definitely reconciliation on both your minds. I feel like you're both wanting a victory out of this situation, but like I said, victory looks different for the both of you. I feel like communication is going to be the most important thing to bring this thing together. If that's what you're desiring, is to reconcile. I do feel like you're both watching each other. It's like, again, you're both standing your ground here. There's like a lack of communication, or you're not effectively communicating what your needs are to each other. You're both failing to see each other's perspective. I don't know, y'all. Y'all gonna have to figure this out. Y'all are both gonna have to figure this out. But you cannot manipulate this. Neither one of you can manipulate the other to bend to the other's will. I feel like that's kind of how you've both been going about it. I don't know. I do feel like there's an invitation that's coming up as well. It could be an invitation for drinks. I don't know what that's about, but that is something that's coming through here. But let's get you guys some quick advice. What advice do you have for Pisces that's resonating with this? By the way, if you haven't yet, please hit that thumbs up button, you guys. All right, let's see what advice we have for Pisces. Interesting. Y'all are just gonna have to take this as it resonates. I don't know. We've got pay attention to red flags. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. Okay. We also have a deception. Someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. And then we also have letting go. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. Very interesting advice here, because I don't know if you've been heartbroken in one situation and you're wanting to go back to somebody else with the 6 of Cups, or somebody's been hurt somewhere else and they're wanting to come back to you. I don't know what this is, Pisces. It's hella confusing. But I feel like you need to tap into your intuition. If there's somebody who's showing up with some red flags, do not ignore those, because whatever you ignore now, it is going to bite you in the butt later. Okay? But again, it just comes down to be very mindful about who you are giving to, especially with your resources. Be careful of people using you for your resources. I don't know. There may be a situation here that's ending and maybe you're wanting to reconcile with somebody else. I don't know, Pisces. You're leaving me stumped, okay? But hopefully there's some nuggets here and there um, for you in this reading. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. I don't know what else to tell you. There's definitely somebody deceptive in your energy. Be careful of that. Pay attention to the red flags. Let go of people that only want to show up when they need something from you. Just be careful, y'all. Be careful out here in these streets, all right? But that is your reading, Pisces. If this did resonate for you at some point, then please hit that thumbs up button down below. Or if it resonated for Pisces in your life, then feel free to share the video. Um, Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if I resonate for you as a reader. But you guys go out and be a light into the world, all right? I'm sending you all my love and light. And until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.